When we look at the night sky through our naked eyes, we can see thousands of stars and few planets of our solar system. But when we add a powerful telescope, we can see millions of stars, galaxies, planets, satellites, meteoroids, comets, etc. in the sky. And when we come out of this atmosphere of the earth and look through the very strong telescope, we can see whole observable universe which comprises of stars, planets, other solar systems, nebulas. We can even see galaxies thousands of light years away from us. But what if I say that whatever you see in the universe is just 5% of the total composition of the universe? Is that not amazing? In easy words, whatever we see or we are going to see in future comes under 5% of the universe. That means only 5% matter of the universe is observable, which comprises of all the stars, galaxies, nebulas, black holes, planets, star system, comets, etc. Now the question arises, what comprises the other 95% of the universe? Today in this video we are going to discuss about this 95% only. The other 95% of the universe is thought to be comprised of two things, dark matter and dark energy, which is invisible. Today we are going to talk about only dark matter. Dark matter is believed to be a form of matter, thought to account for approximately 85% of the matter in the universe and about 27% of its total mass, energy density, or about 2.241 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg per meter cube. Its presence is implied in a variety of astrophysical observations, including gravitational effects that cannot be explained by accepted theories of gravity unless more matter is present that cannot be seen. For this reason, most experts think that dark matter is abundant in the universe and that it has a strong influence on its structure and evolution. Dark matter is called dark because it does not appear to interact with the electromagnetic field, which means it does not absorb, reflect, or emit electromagnetic radiation and is therefore difficult to detect. Primary evidence for dark matter comes from calculations showing that many galaxies would fly apart or that they would not have formed or would not move as they do if they did not contain a large amount of unseen matter. Other lines of evidence includes observation in gravitational lensing and in the cosmic microwave background, along with astronomical observations. Because dark matter has not yet been observed directly, if it exists, it must barely react or interact with ordinary baryonic matter and radiation, except those of gravity. Most dark matter is thought to be non-baryonic in nature. Few theories suggest that the dark matter is composed of some as yet undiscovered subatomic particles. The primary candidate for dark matter is some new kind of elementary particle that has not yet been discovered, in particularly weakly interactive massive particles WIMPs. Many experiments to directly detect and study dark matter particularly are being actively undertaken, but none has yet succeeded. Dark matter is classified as cold, warm, or hot according to its velocity, more precisely its free streaming length. Current model favors a cold, dark matter scenario in which structure emerges by gradual accumulation of particles. Although the existence of dark matter is generally accepted by the scientific community, some astrophysicists, intrigued by certain observations which are not well explained by standard dark matter, argue for various modification of the standard laws of general relativity, such as modification of Newtonian dynamics, tensor vector, scalar gravity, or entropic gravity. These models attempt to account for all observation without invoking supplemental non-baryonic matter. Scientists have few ideas for what dark matter might be. One leading hypothesis is that dark matter consists of exotic particles that does not interact with normal matters or light, but they still exert a gravitational pull. Several scientific groups, including one at CERN Large Hadron Collider, are currently working to generate dark matter particles for study in lab. Other scientists think the effect of dark matter could be explained by fundamentally modifying our theories of gravity. According to such idea, there are multiple forms of gravity, and the large-scale gravity governing galaxies differ from the gravity to which we are used to. Scientists have not yet observed dark matter directly because it does not interact with baryonic matter and it's completely invisible to light and other forms of electromagnetic radiation, making dark matter impossible to detect with current instruments. But scientists are confident it exists because of the gravitational effect it appears to have on galaxies and galaxies clusters. For instance, according to standard physics, stars at the edge of a spinning spiral galaxy should travel much slower than those near the galactic center. where a galaxy's visible matter is concentrated. But observation shows that stars orbit at more or less same speed regardless of where they are in the galactic disk. This puzzling result makes sense if one assumes that the boundary stars are filling with the gravitational effect of an unseen mass, that is dark matter. To understand this, let's take a proper example. We know that the arms of a spiral galaxy rotates around galactic center. The luminous mass density of spiral galaxy decreases as one goes out from the galactic center. If luminous mass were all the matter, then we can model the galaxy as a point mass in the center and a test mass orbiting around it, similar to the solar system. From Kepler's second law, it is expected that the rotation velocity will decrease with distance from the center, similar to that of solar system. But this is not observed. Instead, the galaxy rotation curve remains flat as distance from the center increases. If Kepler's laws are correct, then the obvious way to resolve this discrepancy is to conclude that the mass distribution in spiral galaxy is not similar to that of solar system. In particular, there is a lot of non-luminous matter in the outskirts of the galaxies that we call as dark matter. Dark energy is even more mysterious, and its discovery in 1990s was a complete shock to scientists. Previously, physicists has assumed that the attractive force of gravity would slow down the expansion of the universe over time. But when two independent teams tried to measure the rate of deceleration, they found that the expansion was actually speeding up. Scientists now think that the accelerated expansion of the universe is driven by a kind of repulsive force, generally by quantum fluctuation. What's more is that the force seems to be growing stronger as the universe is expanding. For lack of better name, scientists call this mysterious force dark energy. Unlike of dark matter, scientists have no possible explanation for dark energy. According to one idea, dark energy is a fifth and previously unknown type of fundamental force called quantency, which fills the universe like a fluid. Many scientists have also pointed out that the properties of dark energy are consistent with cosmological constant, a mathematical band-aid that Albert Einstein added to his general theory of relativity to make his equation fit with the motion of static universe. According to Einstein, the constant must be a repulsive force that counteracts gravity, keeping the universe from collapsing in on itself. Einstein later discarded the idea when astronomical observation revealed that the universe was expanding, calling cosmological constant his biggest blunder. Now that we see the expansion of the universe is accelerating, adding in dark energy as a cosmological constant could nearly explain how space-time is being stretched apart. But that explanation still leaves scientists clueless as to why the strange force exists in the first place. Still, dark energy and dark matter both are mysteries for scientists. Still, researches are going on in the labs for understanding what is actually the dark matter and dark energy. If you like the information of this video, please like my video, share it to your friends, and do subscribe my channel for getting more informative videos like this one.